Hello. How are you guys? Good. All right. I have got an exciting game. Excuse me while I work it out. All right. We are going to do a bit of a sorting game. We are going to learn about the Passover. And I wonder how much you guys know about the Passover. All right. Well, the Passover was a really important event in the Bible, and it was a special time that had some special things in it where God wanted the Israelites to remember that he saved them. Now, we are going to do a bit of a sorting and see if we know what food that God wanted the Israelites to prepare and to eat at the Passover. And I'm going to get Hadassah to help me. I just surprised her like that. All right. So, Hadassah, here's the thing. Hadassah has 30 seconds. I'm going to need you guys to really, really help her out. So if you're watching online, I need you to shout out some answers. If you're here in the room with us, you got to help her sort out which foods were Passover foods and which foods are not Passover foods. And we've got some, I'm going to sneak over here. Okay, magnets to help you. She has 30 seconds, so I'm going to need you guys to be loud and hopefully give her the same answer so she's not confused. Do you think you can do that? All right, I might pass them to you. I've changed my mind. I'll pass them to you one at a time. All right. Look at me not having enough hands. Why did God only give me 2? All right, here's some magnets. All right, so some salt. Do you think that we needed salt at the Passover meal? I hear some yeses. How about where do you think it should go? That was a bit louder. Need to season things. Goodness gracious. Oh, grapes. Were there grapes at the Passover? Oh, okay, so Passover gets grapes. This is great. Was there wine or red juice? Yes, at the Passover. Okay. Were there potatoes? Okay, no, quick. We're running out of time. 2 seconds. Bread. Herbs. I hear yes, put the herbs. We ran out of time. Okay. All right. We are going to finish, and then we'll see how we go, because that went way quicker than I thought. Herbs. Yes or no? Yes. I hear a lot of yes. Okay. Flatbread. Yes. Okay. Wow, you guys, they had a feast. Lamb. Yes. Okay. Chicken. No, that was a big no. Okay, milk. No. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to pretend that the buzzer goes now. Bzzz. That sounded like a bee, not a buzzer, but that's fine. You happy with this? You guys happy with this? Oh, okay. I am going to tell you right now that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 things in the wrong spot. Should we give 30 seconds to see if we can get this right? Yeah. I think that's fair. All right, I want to see the timer again. 30 seconds. Do you think that they had, I heard no salt right away. Have no salt. Move the salt. Okay. Which bread? We've got 2. You want to keep the flat bread? Get rid of that one? Okay, take that one. Okay. Okay, grapes, yes or no? No herbs? Okay, no, that's the herbs. We've got 1 second. Okay. Do you guys think that this one's right? Mostly yes, mostly no. All right. Are you ready for the answer? Okay. Did we have flatbread for the Passover meal? Yes, we did. It was flat or unleavened bread. Lamb. Absolutely. They had to have a pure, spotless lamb. This one looks a bit seasoned, but that's okay. Did we have grapes? We did not have grapes at the Passover meal, no, but they look delicious. So yeah. Okay. Did we have wine at the Passover? You know what? We did not have wine at the Passover meal. We have wine at communion and red juice at communion, but God didn't ask for it for the Passover meal. What he did ask for was bitter herbs and spices. So at the original Passover meal, at the very first one, when God was saving the Israelites from Pharaoh and the Egyptians, he said, I want you to have unleavened flat bread. And do you know this was a sign of suffering? It was to remind them of the suffering that went through as slaves. The bitter herbs was to also remind them of the bitterness of being slaves. And the lamb was actually a promise. It was a promise and a clue to God sending the perfect sacrifice, the perfect lamb to save them, because the Israelites wanted to be saved. They needed to be saved from the Israelites, and so they asked God to save them, and he did. And he wanted them to prepare this meal, and he wanted them to keep remembering that they once were slaves, so the flat bread and the bitter herbs and spices, and that it wasn't good when they were slaves, but that he was going to send someone to save them. And he did save them from the Egyptians because he's good and he answered their prayers. So see, God wants us to remember the good things that he has done for us. So has God done good things for you? Yes. If you're joining us online, give a big shout if God has done wonderful things for you too. And so it's really important to remember those wonderful things. And there's a few big things that we do to celebrate Jesus and the good things he has done. What's one event that you guys can remember? Christmas is one event, yep. And what's another one that's coming up? Easter. Christmas and Easter, we have a lot of traditions that help us remember Jesus and help us to remember the good things that he's done. So I wonder if you guys can have a think about, and maybe later you can share with someone the good things that God has done for you.